Hello there everyone and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. So a couple of things left over from last episode before we get started on today's work. John Larson a couple of episodes ago gave me a good bit of advice about accelerating transmissions. And it's done by holding down the I guess it would be Shift, Alt, and period. Yeah, either Shift, Alt, and period to accelerate or Shift, Alt, comma to decelerate. Anyways, that's the thing I couldn't remember at the end of last episode. Also, I was going through the science archives here, and I noticed that my atmospheric pressure data from Minmus was at 0. So I had the data stored, but I didn't have the science results from it, which was odd. So I went to Minmus, found the probe that had done the job. Turned out it still had a bit of battery power left, so I quickly transmitted it. I guess not all that much time has elapsed, and that thing had an enormous amount of battery left on it. So anyways, it still had its batteries, so I mean, if that hadn't worked, I would just be slapping a probe core, or sorry, some more hardware onto today's mission. But since that worked, we just need to find the lunar... What did I call the thing? Image... I don't even remember what I sent to the moon. What'd I call it? Is it the lunar imager, or no, lunar return, lunar slingshot, moonshot? Oh yeah, there was all sorts of crazy stuff going on. Imager Mark II might be it. Let's load her up and see what it looks like. See if it's one of the ones that has enough guts to get. Yeah, I think this might be one that could get to Minmus. So what we had discovered was we still have way more batteries than we need if I manage my solar panels right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off 3 more batteries, like so. Just keep the 3 batteries. We are going to dump this up to 8 for a little bit more, give it a little bit more juice. There we go. So that'll just give us a little more juice to play with for our flight to Minmus. And that should do the job. So there's our revised Minmus probe thing. That's our deceleration stage, our acceleration stage, and our launch stage. Okay. Minmus Mark 1. And we will see what happens here. This will... Oh, and let's make sure we've got our toggle antenna, toggle cover. We don't need toggle cover. We just need to... Come on. There we go. Initiate surface imaging on 2 and toggle antenna on 1. Okay. So today we're going to find out if this thing can make it to Minmus. This slightly revised monster of a ship. We'll see what it can do. John Larson also gave me a bit of potentially useful advice about how to deal with my takeoffs, which may help. So we'll see if that helps at all. Of course, full throttle's a bit hard when you think your rocket overheats, but he said that we should full throttle until we hit about 80 or 90 meters per second speed here, and then start adjusting the throttle. So here we go, launching in 3, 2, 1, lift off. Of course, yeah, if it overheats, we will change this very rapidly, because I don't want this thing to explode. But hopefully this is a bit of a better launch as far as things go. Still overheating just a bit. We'll take it down just a bit more. There goes 90. Yeah, alright, coolness. We're on our way. Alright, let's give it 5 degrees here. So yeah, to Minmus again. I decided on a surface imaging experiment today instead of another flight to the moon, another manned mission to the moon, primarily because I just don't have the time or energy to do that today. It's been a long day at work, and just a lunar mission is a large investment. I already recorded the I guess it would have been last Friday's episode, today as well, so well, it seems to be going well. Give it another 5 degrees here. There we are. Drop it down a little more. I'm trying to keep my acceleration in check because the further up... Well, I got more tank of gas left now for this part of the flight than I have in the past, so that seems promising. Okay, and lock onto the new marker. I'm getting better at this. I really am. I'm filming this whole launch just because, well, I had things to talk about, and some days you just gotta launch a rocket. So, yeah, so far so good. Okay, we're almost out of the lower atmosphere, which is good. This thing is flying quite beautifully now. In fact, I think when we switch to the upper stage, we will be completely out of the main atmosphere. Of course, that also means that our stabilizers will be doing absolutely diddly squat. Ooh, that was close. That was the sound. That sound, I found out what it is. That means that something is taking too many Gs. It means my G-force on my ship is a little too high. So take that for what it is. Oh, kill the rocket. We have gone way too high. Let's get this thing. Come on. Tip it over. Tip it over. Well, 110 is actually not a bad apoapsis for a Minmus departure anyways. Lyowin's advice and all. We just have to wait until the opportune time to do our orbital burn, which will be in a little while. Lock it on the new mark. There we are. So apparently this thing's just a little too massive to maneuver with the smaller, the lower powered RCS. So keep that in mind. It's quite a beast. Okay. I mean, in terms of where we are in our orbit, we can do it any time, but in terms of actual efficiency, I need to wait until I'm a lot closer to my apoapsis than this. Okay, we'll use lower powered engines to keep this thing stable now. It shouldn't take as much to hold it at this particular point in its... Alright, there we are. Slightly below the horizon. Should do it. Okay. Time to go. Alright, now we don't want to drop our apoapsis too much, which means we need to pull this up just a bit more. There we are. That's nice and stable. All we want to be doing is raising our periapsis without doing anything to our apoapsis at all, if we can avoid it. Maybe raise it just a little. Nope. 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 We just need to... Yeah, we just need to hold her steady here. Maybe with just a little rise. Because we're going to pass it in just a moment here, and because I started this burn just a little late, which is unfortunate. But burning right at the apoapsis is the most efficient way to raise your periapsis, from what I've been told. All the science says that's the way to do it. We're a little late. That's okay, because that periapsis is coming up nice and fast. And if this gets up into the yellow, we'll dump it. We'll kill the engines so we can get rid of these and not wind up with them stuck in an orbit. Oh, here we are. We're almost there. Here it comes. Out of the planet. We'll stop it at about 340. Come on, a little higher, 50. Okay, kill it. Full throttle to the engines and kill them. All right, so now any further work, if we're going to adjust this orbit any further, we need to adjust it at the apoapsis, but we're over 100,000, so I think that'll be okay for a Minmus trip. Where is Minmus today? Right behind the moon. Bugger. Figures. Good news is we're not going to run out of batteries trying to pick the right departure moment. There's the moon doing its whole interference thing. Set that as the target. That should help me figure out where to actually do this departure. Alright, so that's close. You know, with the whole issue of, oh, hold on. How close are we going to come with this setup here? Interesting. Mooner slingshot again. Oh, maybe not. Maybe? Oh, right, it's a eccentric orbit. Let's see, drop down a bit further. Oh, a bit more. See if we can get a... That's not the most efficient way to do it, though, so... Alright. Let's see. Obviously, this is not the time to be leaving the planet, but... because the moon is right bloody there. Whoa. Well, that's one way to get into a solar orbit. Interesting. So that's currently our closest approach, isn't it? Let's see, which way is that tipping it? That's tipping it definitely the wrong way. That is not actually getting us at the right angle, is it? Not even a little. Okay, kill it. Alright, you guys have seen me do this a dozen times. I may actually have to wait a couple orbits before I can make this departure, so I'll be right back after I figure out how to make this maneuver. See you shortly. Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, or, well, welcome back to the episode. I do believe I found my departure window, such as it is. We're going to do another Mooner slingshot, the second time since I started this game. Last time around it worked exceptionally well, so I see no reason why that won't work a second time. And also, I didn't really feel like sitting around waiting a dozen more orbits before the moon got out of the bloody way of Minmus. If anybody knows a better way to get there when the moon is in that conjunction, I'd be very interested to know. Like, does a polar orbit give me a better shot at getting there, or what's the scoop on that? So, anyways, inquiring minds wish to know answers to said questions. So, I'll have plenty of time to recharge the batteries after I'm on my way. Tons of battery right now. We're in a very slow drifting turn. I do like having this marker. It saves me so much time figuring out where to actually rotate my ship to. And burn will be on the dark side of the moon anyways, so it's no big deal. There we go, almost there. lock. There we go. There we are. Lock it on. And so it's a 29-second burn according to this, which is interesting. I don't think that's quite accurate. Well, 8 engines. I mean, that's a lot of power on this system here. This is a big, bloody boosting system. It actually may be powerful enough for interplanetary missions, now that I think about it. So if it is a 30-second, we'll start at 20 for safety. I just hope it's not including this engine in its calculation. 1 minute to go. And just a few more seconds. We'll burn at 20-ish. There we are. Here we go. Yeah, as I suspected, it's a little longer than originally anticipated. There we are. Apparently I'm pushing the limits of my solar panels. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. How'd I do? Give it just a little bit more on the axis of thrust. Just a bit more. We're doing really well here. There we are. That'll do. Something regarding Minmus is out there. I hope. Okay, RCS off, SAS off, and as soon as we're into the sun, we will adjust for charging the batteries. Where's the sun? It's behind Kerbal right now. There we are. Just need to use our RCS to flip this thing around. And then we will plan our maneuver to get a better Minmus encounter, because we need to get just a little closer than we currently are. Come on. Drift, drift, drift. Into the sunshine. Even though it's not the optimal angle for most other things, it is the optimal angle for making sure our batteries are fully charged for the entire mission. Almost there. Solar panels are coming online now. There goes the, see there it goes, it's starting to charge. And when the shadow has almost left all the panels, we will hit lock right there. Good enough. That's enough to charge the batteries. Alright, let's make sure this doesn't turn into a Mooner encounter or something. Let's just save the game, because I think this is going to work. If not, I'll do a fresh launch if this isn't going to quite work the way I thought it was. Alright, and here comes the moon. Actually, why am I watching it in here? We'll see how things look after we do our close pass of the moon. Here it comes. Beautiful. There it goes. A nice shot of orbital adjustment and other such stuff. And now is time to check our what it's going to take. Oh, we have a very reasonable Minmus periapsis. So let's see, is there anything we can do out here to decrease that? 711,000. Let's see. I can't even tell what I'm doing to my orbit right now. Let's see. Let's see if I can see it now. Hard to see what's going on here because everything's so close together. There's the hypothetical. that is increasing my Minmus periapsis, so I need to come at it faster. Whoa. Not that fast. Okay. So we need to come at it just a little faster. There we are, 300. No, that's a little too close. I mean, hypothetically, with the information I've got there now, I should just be able to throw a couple of seconds of burn into the approach. Not even a couple seconds, and you know, maybe 5% or something. Very little engine. So I don't know that this would quite work as an interstellar ship, but it's not bad. I think I'm gonna need a lot more gas to do the job I really want to do. So that node is in 36 minutes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're looking for... Whoa. Alright, let's get rid of the maneuver node so I can see what's going on a bit better. Minmus, periapsis. $300,000. That'll do. Okay, let's not take any more chances on this. Our next maneuver will be a Minmus orbital insertion, which will occur RCS off approximately here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right, let's remove the unset the target. That's screwing things up here, I'm sure. Let's kill this. Something's not right, eh? Let's see, that isn't an actual, that's just a proper periapsis, I think. Oh, right, because it's confused. Okay, well, let's just quick save here. Hopefully I didn't screw things up immensely, and we'll time warp a bit until we are a little closer to that Kerbal apoapsis. Let's just we'll watch it on the map. Honestly, watching the map sometimes makes a great deal more sense, doesn't it? But that sure doesn't feel like a close enough encounter, does it? Okay, the universe should reorient in a few minutes here. I should be able to see that planet now. Minmus? Where are you? There it is. Little icy ball of doom. Still trying to guess what biome I am over back on Kerbal, even though I'm a billion miles out from it. Alright, all the numbers should reorient in just a moment. Come on, there we are. Oh, no wait, an apoapsis, a red apoapsis means it's an escape. I'm 2 hours and 41 minutes from needing to burn into the orbit. So, oops, a little less than that. Let's take her down, 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 down. Periapsis needs to be quite low to get most of our science on Minmus. 30 should be good. We can bring down the apoapsis a little later. So there's our maneuver. Again, preparing for our burn. So it's 10 seconds in length, and we still have the entirety of this poodle engine, which is actually a fascinating and useful fact. It means I could probably get this package to Eve or Duna if I really set my mind to it. Because I still, especially if I had radial, no, wait, I don't want to use radial decouplers when I have this mess right here. So this is the part where I may have to do without some solar input for a while, but we'll see. Lots of battery left because I haven't used any of it yet. I'm pretty sure I still have enough battery power to actually transmit the data. And lock right there. Lock. Lock. Okay, 2 hours saving the game. It's not a bad orbit, not a bad approach. We're at least still maintaining our battery power. And these things, of course, have the additional bonus of alternators on them. 50, 40, 30, 20, 18. It's only a 10-second burn, so we need 5 seconds on either side of the 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slow down. Oh, crap. There goes. Okay, bring her down, bring her down, bring her down. Faster, faster, faster. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, that was possibly a disaster. Okay, periapsis, back up a bit. Just a bit, just a bit, just a bit. I'm really hoping that, you know, 3 kilometers, as much as that is quite the close orbit, might be just a little low, even for Minmus. That's what you get for overdoing your burns. Apparently I didn't quite calculate that right. Yeah, I am not fond of the idea of 3,000 meters, so let's just bring that back up to maybe 12? There we are. Okay. All right, phew. Okay. Get rid of that. Now when we get to the periapsis, we need to plan a burn that is going to be retrograde again. Which is going to come around in 40 minutes. We're coming around the dark side of the planet. We'll have to readjust our... Cool, it's coming around to retrograde. Periapsis 20. All right, are we low enough? We might be low enough after 60 to begin the process. Nope, still not close enough. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11... So we'll recharge before we start imaging, just to 4, 3, 2, 1. One minute and 15 seconds, and we are almost at the point of retrograding our apoapsis away with a very, very minimal. You know, I could almost consider just deactivating all these engines for this maneuver. Okay, lock it on. Okay, a little higher than that. $50, $40. We're taking that periapsis down, which is not good. Okay, that should be close enough. So let's RCS our way around. Now I know this is not a perfect position. This blue marker is pointing at the planet, I believe it was mentioned. But it seems to be a pretty good, pointing away from the planet, seems to be a decent bet. Alright, not a perfect bet when you're on Minmus because of its eccentric orbit. There we are. Start recharging them batteries. Alright, let's see if that gives me enough sun time to recharge the batteries adequately. Because we actually used up quite a bit of juice on that orbital entry burn. But that looks pretty good. As long as we retain enough battery when we're around the dark side of the planet. No, that looks pretty good indeed. It's a fairly eccentric orbit, isn't it? We did fully charge the batteries, so it's just going to take a little battery off as we come around. And then we should be into a fully charging situation again. There we are. And this is the perfect time to start our imaging experiment. Initiating. You do it. Takes... Oh, here we go. So this I can time accelerate under normal circumstances. So hopefully I still have lots of battery left. I may have to cut the episode and spend a bit of time recharging the batteries before I do the transmission. In fact, I suspect I will. This whole thing is a lot more tight on battery power than the last attempt, thanks to the revised design of this ship. But that's okay. I will probably just cut, do a couple orbits around the planet to charge the batteries. There we go. All right, we'll hit keep data. And now I'm going to spend a bit of time charging the batteries, and I will be right back. Hello there, and welcome back, everybody. Due to the eccentricity of the orbit, I've had to adjust every orbit a little bit with my RCS. Not enough to really cause me huge grief, but it is a non-trivial issue with this. So I've been around the planet about I'd say about a half dozen, about 8 times to get this much charge back. So I mean, it takes time, but if you're a patient person, which I occasionally can pull off, not always, but occasionally. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start transmitting this data, and we are going to, all right, try and time accelerate the transmission. There we are. Time warp times 4. So it's going 4 times faster than normal now. Yeah, that worked. It's not a lot faster, but I guess it's fast enough to be reasonable. Now let's just hope that it can send all that data without the batteries dying on me. I don't know if there's any way to pause the transmission. Doesn't look like it. Communicatron, can we talk? Where the hell are you? I don't even know where my Communicatron is right now. But let's slow time back down again and adjust our angle ever so slightly to look at the sun a bit better, because apparently we have lost our sun angle, and we don't want that. We want nice, clean, bright sunshine on this thing at all times while the transmission is on the go, because that's about the only way this thing is going to maintain its battery levels. Okay. Looks good. I think we're going to be fine. So Alt accelerate. And that's maintaining a nice solid 0.8. So, I mean, theoretically, if this thing had the more modern solar panels on, the next tier solar panels, which are very expensive, so I'm not getting them anytime soon. I'll have to play with these for quite a while. But those next tier solar panels will allow me to... They rotate to face the sun. Those are the more the smart panels, shall we say. That's it. That's all. Back to normal. Now, as much as I would love to keep this thing in orbit around Minmus, it has the issue of being a hazard to navigation. So we're going to get this thing out of orbit ASAP, drop it onto the planet with a nice loud bang, and call it a day. Because really, this was a one-trick. This rocket is a one-trick pony. It is not designed to do anything other than bring the imaging system to Minmus and drop it on the planet with a loud bang. Although the bonus of being able to actually do that with a bloody lot of fuel to spare is pretty crazy. I've already brought a ship back from Minmus, so there's not any reason to do that again. So, from Minmus orbit, that is. Never brought one back from the surface. Okay, there goes our periapsis. So this thing is going down with a bang. I wonder if I could land it. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Well, let's see. When we're down a bit more, we'll see how much deceleration we can get out of this thing. This is just for kicks and giggles. I always like to try and land these things just for the fun of it. I think this thing could actually land. Take it down a little further. Altitude 7,000, 6,000. There we are. Rotate it a little further. Now I fully expect these rockets to snap off, but if they actually survive, and I have enough fuel left... No, I can't bring this thing back intact, but this might be, with a few modifications, might work as a prototype for a lander. Alright, a lot more gas than that to bring this thing down intact. 60, 50, 40, 50, 40, 30. Just keep slowing down a bit more, a bit more. We are not coming down on a flat surface. Boy, you'd think that Minmus didn't have that much, you know, gravity or something. Okay. Looking good. Okay. Only 1,000 meters to go. And I'd like it to be a lot less than that before I drop too much more speed off of the ship. Well, I might be coming down in a reasonably flat spot here. That's cool. Looks good. Here we go. Alright, I need to take a whole bunch of speed off of here now. 20, 19, 17, 16, 15. There's my shadow. Alright. Okay, very tiny bit of acceleration going on here. Very tiny bit of deceleration now. 12.5 meters per second is too fast for these things, but it... 500, but I do need to get down to a lower elevation. I need to be below... I need to be much lower than that. There's only 300 meters to go. I just don't want to go too slowly, you know. Okay, slower, 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 because we don't have that much more to go here. 9, 8, 7, 6. God, that feels so fast right now. 3 meters per second. And we'll just let this thing drift ever so slowly down to the surface. 90 meters to go. This does not look as flat as I had hoped. This thing may wind up rolling down a hill and snapping off. So the lakes are definitely going to be the safer place to land on Minmus, if you can target your landing. I just decided to head to the ground without any real thought as to what was down there. Okay, seriously? Just drop it. No, no, no. Don't do that bouncy thing. We're doing that jumpy thing again, which is not good. Here we go. Oh crap, now we're accelerating away from the planet again. Stop it. Stop it. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Contact. Here goes. See how much stuff... Oh, there go the solar panels. Yep, no more solar panels for you. It's going to snap them all off on the way down the hill, isn't it? Yep, there we go. Let's get rid of a few more things. Beautiful. I mean, it'd be really lovely to have solar panels on a lander. Whoa! Well, there goes another one. And one more. Oh, and the science. Nope, we still have our science system. I'm just hitting all the wrong things right now. Of course, the SAS probably isn't helping anything either. Oh man, that's funny. Nope, I think I just accelerated it. Yep, I did. And right over again. Nose over nose. No, no, wrong one, dang it. Wait, it's not obvious what RCS I should be hitting right now, is it? Alright. That's why you keep the land when you're landing. You always keep yourself pointed at the retrograde marker so that crap like this doesn't happen. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Wow, that was a good bounce. Bye for now. Gods, it's kind of hypnotic though, isn't it? Okay, seriously, I will see you later.